Drastikk, and I'm with Scantlin Entertainment, and we're here with Drastikk Meazurez at Damage Control. How are you guys tonight? How are you guys introduce yourselves? Because you guys got nicknames too.
I'm Joker.
I'm Soldier.
I'm Collision.
And is that what all the fans know you guys as? Is by your nicknames?
Well, they know us as a whole as our group Drastikk Meazurez, but if they know us, friends and family, they know us individually.
And you guys do a hip-hop mix. It's the three of you trying out front. Or could you talk a little bit about how you guys do a mix on stage?
We're very versatile with our music. We do a lot of rock remakes, or rock samples actually is what it's called. We do hip hop, and we just try to bring the most hype, energetic.
We try to bring everything into one.
Yeah.
It's good to be able to do everything at once. Because if you just stick to one thing, people are gonna get bored. And it's very bland. And so
right now we're actually working on getting maybe a guitarist, maybe two guitarists on stage with us. Actually, mix it up a little bit. Not very many hip hop artists do that with their group.
So you guys are looking to expand your group and add some instruments in as well. And right now, is it pre-recorded, mixed down, or?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And could you guys talk to me a little bit about the lyrics? What's the meaning behind your guys' lyrics that you write?
Our lyrics for each of us kind of stand for something different. Just kind of our style and personality, or the persona or nicknames, what we've kind of created, and it just gets mixed in. Myself, I have a 6-month-old daughter. I've been rapping for like 9 to 10 years. Soldier's been rapping for 2, and he's been rapping for like 5 or 6 years. So it's just based off talent and skill, and motivation, really. We all kind of have a in-your-face kind of style. Just we say what we feel. We don't hold anything back. We don't bite our tongues. So
exactly.
And is the lyrics the same for you guys? Or?
Lyrics for me is I've had struggles and pains throughout my life. More hardships than most people do. And so all of my lyrics are powered by, my mom and my sister as well, but, just the hardships that I've gone through in my life is what powers my lyrics.
Same as me, I try to write whatever I feel at the time, look back on the past experience or something that I felt at that one point that the actual track is about, and then I just write from, what I can remember or, just what I feel inside. If you write from the heart, everybody's going to feel it.
Now, having 3 different people write lyrics, does that get a little bit complicated with you guys at times? 3 different people write the lyrics?
Actually, it actually does. I mean, we write all of our own lyrics, and we'll sit there and ask each other, what do you think of this line, or does this make sense to you? But it does kind of get hectic at times, you know what I'm saying? Because they might be trying to come with a different meaning in the song than what we are. Like he might come with something different than I would. So we have to sit there and we really collaborate and elaborate on what we're trying to get the meaning of the song to be, so that we all are on the same topic.
And what kind of influences do you guys have in writing your lyrics?
Life obviously is one influence, but just different, as most hip-hop artists or just performers, I think, get their influences from other, types of music. Like, we have a rock influence, we have an R&B influence. I myself listen to classical music occasionally, just kind of like a more calm, soothing, influence. Just depending on, like I said, whatever we feel is whatever we put down, that's what we put out.
And it's pretty much the same thing. I listen to a very, very wide variety of music. So I mean, my influence is just very. I mean, I don't ever write a song. I let the song write itself, pretty much.
Same here. I listen to hip hop, R&B, but most of the time I listen to beats.
Straight to tunes.
I just listen to beats and gather up, how can I approach this if I did it, and it just makes you a stronger artist. For me, it does.
If you guys were trying to win over a fan, what would you say to them to say, this is what makes us different from the rest of the hip-hop artists in Kansas City? What would you tell them to win them over?
Most of the hip-hop artists, a lot of artists think, okay, well, I have a CD out, people can hear my music, blah, blah, blah. They get really cocky. We honestly, we'll talk to anybody all day long. It doesn't matter, and we all know, we all are very, very, very poor actually. So, we all come from, that very poor, white background, I guess you could say. And so, we try to win, people over because we're we show a lot more love for our fans than most, you know, other artists do. They just think, oh, you should like me because I'm an artist. That's not how we look at it.
Now, I read a little bit about you on Facebook and MySpace, James, and it stated a little bit about you kind of had a rough life growing up, or the way that I read it was a little bit of a rocky roads here and there, so to speak.
Definitely.
And you get that, I believe, a lot with hip-hop artists, and some of them believe that, you know, they have that rocky road. Do you think that really helps out in the hip-hop industry?
It could. I mean, for me, it did a lot. You know, it powered me to, because I started out writing poetry, so it powered me to write about what I had experienced. You know, it really didn't matter what it was. As long as I experienced it, I'm going to write about it.
And is that how you guys feel about a lot of the bands that you've worked with, or the hip-hop artists you've
Yeah,
worked with?
you know, a lot of people will, you know, just not just on song topics or you know, song lyrics, but if you actually, you know, personally talk to another artist, you know, you'll realize you have a lot more in common than you thought. I know all of us have had hardship with our family, our fathers, you know, just, it's kind of sad, you know, in the world or society how it is, but it's how it is, and, you know, it makes us stronger people. You know, we don't look back on anything with regret. You know, we move forward and keep our heads high and just keep going.
Definitely.
Awesome. And I have a couple more questions. One I wanted to ask you guys is, what is your most embarrassing moment on stage you guys have had?
Last night was my most embarrassing moment. I actually forgot 4 of my lines, 4 straight lines. Like, I actually just skipped them, and I just kept going on with the song. And then after I was done, you know, finishing my verse, I was sitting there and I was like,
You realize that you get sped up.
But you made that song last night.
Yeah, I made the song the night before.
You know,
so it was still fresh. And,
yeah,
it was.
I forgot some lines. Actually, I think our most embarrassing moment was probably the first show that we did.
First show.
And we were just really unchoreographed. You know, kept walking in front of each other while
tripping over each other.
Tripping over each other.
Once or
So
twice.
just kind of looking like the Three Stooges up on stage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Isn't that what makes the show, though, is getting up there looking like Three Stooges every
Yeah.
once in a while?
I mean,
Yeah.
we try to look like Three Stooges, like 3 choreographed Stooges. So we wanted to look as professional, I guess, as possible, but still, you know, let everybody have, you know, a fun time watching what we do on stage.
Awesome. And, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I hear a lot of crazy fans, especially in the rock industry of music, and I'm kind of curious to know about the hip-hop. Do you guys have crazy fan stories that you like to share?
We don't have any crazy stories yet.
Not yet. I mean, we've only been doing this. We've actually only been doing shows for 4 months now.
Since October.
It's October, so we're actually, you know, working on our fan base. But I mean, we have some outgoing fans. You know, we've you know, a lot of fans. You know, I mean, because it's really expensive to come to a show. You know, we try to put on 2 to 3 shows a month. It's $10 a show, so it's, you know, it's $30 a month, and times right now are pretty hard. So I mean, $30 a month, that's, you know, that's a good, you know, 4 or 5 meals for yourself.
Change.
Yeah.
So we've had people that have, you know, either not come to as many shows or just stopped coming to shows completely. Just 'cause, I mean, you know, and like I said, we understand. You know, but as far as the crazy fans, we haven't gotten that yet.
Not yet. I mean,
We're waiting.
I'm waiting for them. Yeah. I'm waiting to see.
We'll come back and visit you in a year and ask the same question, because
I'm pretty sure we'll have a
you
question.
probably have a crazy fan
Oh
story.
yes, we'll actually probably have a couple then.
Even the
Yeah.
local scene has crazy fan stories. Now, you guys have only been in the music industry about 4 months. Is there anything that you guys would like to see change in the Kansas City music scene?
Oh my goodness.
Listeners, fans, support the music, man. Artists support each other.
Yeah, everybody needs to just come out and just be one whole, you know, unity. I mean, because music really started in Kansas City. Blues and jazz and all that started right here in Kansas City. And, you know, the hip-hop, you know, game is, there's a lot of different types of music, but even though, you know, different types of hip-hop, you know, rap, R&B, you know, all the new age stuff, everything, we can, even though we're not doing the same music, we can still unite and come together and help, you know, build a fan base for Kansas City, you know, build a fan base for each other.
Because a lot of people that we've known, that we've either gone to school with, or just people in general will tell us that if you're a Kansas City artist, you have to go somewhere else to make it. You have to go to New York, you have to go to LA, you have to go to Atlanta. It's like, why?
That's
Like,
not
why,
what we
why
want.
do you have to leave home to go get paid? You know, and what we're actually in the production of is making a collaboration CD and just bringing
Straight Kansas City artists.
just bringing
That's it.
as different variety or versatile artists and putting them all on one CD and just putting out, you know,
Just letting
just
it right
making
here.
some
Just so
unity.
they know.
And do you guys have a MySpace, Facebook,
We
website
have,
you guys want to put out?
We have YouTube. Look us up. Drastikk Meazurez. DRASTIKK MEAZUREZ. Reverb Nation. ReverbNation.com/Drastikk Meazurez. Bandzoogle.com/Drastikk Meazurez. Facebook.com/Drastikk Meazurez. And MySpace.com. The real Drastikk Meazurez.
Is there any final thoughts that you want to send out to your fans?
Support us. Come look. Come check out shows. And I mean, we're promising you're gonna enjoy it. Promise you.
And there you have it. So check out the band, and we'll have photos up soon.